Tennessee, the volunteer state, seems to be getting a lot of people volunteering to move there. In fact, based on information from the last U.S. Census, Tennessee was sixth in growth by number of people from 2022 to 2023. They got another 77,513 people in just 1 year. In today's video, we will cover the top 10 reasons people are moving to Tennessee, and stay for the end for the honorable mentions that didn't make the list but are great reasons to call Tennessee your new home. Now, like every state, there are people moving in and out of the state. The 77,000 plus is the difference in the people they got versus the people that left, but also includes births and deaths. In 2022, 226,000 people moved to Tennessee, with just over 62,000 of those coming from Florida, California, and Georgia. Enough of the pre-flight talk. Let's get ready for liftoff. Number 10, whiskey. Now, I know this might be a stretch. Do people really move for whiskey? Tennessee is famous for whiskey. Jack Daniel's, probably the most famous whiskey in the world, was founded and based out of Lynchburg, Tennessee. Jack Daniel's is the oldest registered distillery in America, founded in 1866. Now, that's not the only distillery. There are a number of whiskey and unaged whiskey distilleries in Tennessee, which attracts a lot of tourists. Unaged whiskey is basically legal moonshine. It's the same process. The only difference is it's registered and taxes have been paid on the whiskey. Now, I'm not going to say people move here because of the distilleries. However, it is one of the things that people who do move here mention of why they love Tennessee, especially if they like to drink whiskey. There are many whiskey distillery outlets, even in places like the Oprah Mills Mall or on the Strip in Gatlinburg. If you travel to Tennessee or move there, you will have a lot of opportunities to purchase craft whiskey from one of the small licensed distilleries in this great state. Number 9, weather. Tennessee is part of the South, so it does have a warmer climate than many places in the North. A lot of people who move there mention how they love how it gets all 4 seasons, which can't be said of all places in this great country. They only get 3 months of cold weather, and if you are like me who is from the North, you might not even think that it gets that cold. The winters are mild, with only the occasional flurry. Now, I must tell you, in the summer, it can be quite hot and humid. However, there are a ton of outdoor activities that you can do to enjoy the summer heat. Even in the summer, it's not Arizona or Texas hot, and it doesn't get cold like it does in the northern states. It's a happy medium, and one of the reasons many people move there. Number 8, education. Now, at first glance, this might surprise you if you are familiar with the rankings, as overall Tennessee is ranked 33rd out of 50 states in education, with higher education 30th and pre-K to 12 ranked 34th. Both of those are worse than average. The truth is that is for the whole state, and certain cities and towns do much better than the schools in other parts of the state. There are great schools in places like Nashville or Knoxville or many other places in the state. They also have universities which offer just about any discipline you are looking to study. The top universities are Vanderbilt University in Nashville, Union University in Jackson, Lipscomb University in Nashville, and the University of Tennessee in Knoxville. Many people are moving to the state for education. Who wouldn't want to go to college in the city of Knoxville with the Smoky Mountains as your backdrop? I drove through there this summer on family vacation to Gatlinburg, and the city and the campus looked really nice. That brings us to the next reason people are moving to Tennessee. Number 7, outdoor activities. On the family vacation I went to Gatlinburg, we stayed in Pigeon Forge. Both of these places are set up for tourists, and they are right in the Smoky Mountains. My favorite part of the trip was driving through the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. This is not the only great place to visit. They have places like Burgess Falls State Park in Sparta, boat cruises in Chattanooga and Nashville, the Discovery Park of America in Union City. Funny how a town in Tennessee can be named Union City. I can remember my father-in-law told my wife that she could not marry a northerner. Not sure if Canadians count or not. Anyways, they accepted me. Moving on. Other great places to visit are Cumberland Mountain State Park in Crossville or Tennessee River Park in Chattanooga. So many people who like to enjoy the warmer months, which Tennessee has a lot, move here to enjoy all the outdoor activities. And we haven't even mentioned the art and cultural fairs in many of the cities and towns across the state. You will never be bored in Tennessee. Is there a place that I missed? Please let me know in the comments. Number 6, booming economy and job market. Now, many people move to Tennessee for work opportunities. They have a lot of different industries and good jobs in pretty much all fields here. The rankings back this up too. The economy is ranked 12th out of 50th, which is way better than average and just outside the top 10. The growth of the economy is ranked 6th though, so people see this and make the wise choice that it would be a great place to lay down roots and build a career. The business environment is also above average at 19th. We will cover another important reason on why people should look for a job in Tennessee later. Number 5, music scene. Now, when people think of country music, they think of Broadway and Nashville. But they aren't just the hub for country music. Did you know many of the top Christian musicians live and work in greater Nashville area? It's not just Nashville, as many of the cities and towns host music festivals and concerts. If you love music or concerts, then Tennessee will make you feel right at home. Just like aspiring actors or actresses move to Hollywood, many aspiring country or Christian artists move to Nashville or the Nashville area to try to make it on Broadway. Whether it's the Grand Ole Opry, Bourbon Street Blues and Boogie Bar, Robert's Western World, or the stage on Broadway, there is always music playing in Nashville. Number 4, healthcare. Now, healthcare is one of the most important categories that people look at when deciding if they should move somewhere or not, especially if you or a family member requires special treatment, or if you are getting older and understand you are more likely to need healthcare as you age. Yes, the truth is Tennessee scores a little worse than average in overall healthcare with the 34th ranking out of 50. However, they score 15th in the quality of care, which is the most important subcategory in healthcare. The top medical facilities are Vanderbilt University Medical Center in Nashville, which is ranked 9th nationally in adult specialties and 10th in children's specialties. Then to the west in Memphis, the Methodist Hospitals of Memphis is 3rd in the nation in adult specialties and 5th in children's specialties. That is some great quality care. No wonder people move to Tennessee for their health care. Number 3, housing affordability. Now, this is another category where the numbers don't jump out as great, but still better than average at 20th out of 50. Now, the reason for this ranking being this high is Nashville and the suburbs of Nashville, places like Brentwood and Franklin, are desirable, but they're not cheap to live. My wife's aunt lives in one of those too. I can't remember which one. We have visited several times, and the high school parking lot is filled with big, expensive SUVs. It must be nice. There are more affordable places in the state to buy or even rent a home. Memphis is one of the highest crime cities in the U.S. However, they got some cheap homes in great neighborhoods. Now, if you want a much safer city where it's also affordable, then check out Clarksville. Now, if you watch my other videos, you know I love South Dakota, and I hope to move there one day. In one of those videos, I mentioned I will move to South Dakota unless Tennessee steals my attention. That place would be Clarksville, Tennessee. You see, the housing affordability and the next two reasons on our list is why Tennessee can give South Dakota a run for its money, or cause JB the alien to consider moving his family there. They aren't aliens like me though. Number 2, cost of living. Now, when you factor in affordable housing, low cost of living, the booming job market, these are some major reasons why people are willing to pack up their lives from whatever miserable state they live and move to Tennessee. The cost of living is ranked 10th best out of 50th in the country. When you combine this ranking with 20th in housing affordability, the state is ranked 14th overall in affordability out of 50 states. The cost of living is measured by the different price levels for goods and services across states by comparing their prices to the national average for a given year. So this means if you live or move to Tennessee, your money will go further than 40 other U.S. states. With inflation and prices rising, no wonder people are flocking to the volunteer state. Number 1, taxes. If you watch my video on taxes, you might remember Tennessee did not make the top 10 states across the 5 categories we looked at, which was corporate income tax, individual income tax, state sales tax, property tax, and unemployment insurance tax. So why would people move to Tennessee for taxes? The most common tax that affects the most people is individual income tax. Tennessee doesn't have a state individual income tax. This means that not only can you find great jobs, but you can keep more of your wages than the majority of states. Just as an example, if you lived in my state, Kentucky, which is ranked 18th in individual income tax, and made $100,000 in 2023, you would save $4,500 or 4.5% of your gross income. This is not exact, as there are a number of factors that I'm not going to discuss here that can influence tax. I'm not a professional or an expert in taxes. This is just for hypothetical purposes. Imagine getting to keep $4,500 extra per year or $375 a month. That could be a cheap car payment if you finance before the rates skyrocketed. That also buys a lot of whiskey or whatever else you want to spend your money on. Even if you don't have extra money because you don't live in Tennessee, you know what's free? Subscribing to my channel where I cover the great and not so great things and places in this great country of America. Oh, I almost forgot. The honorable mentions of why Tennessee is great, but I don't think people are moving here for these reasons particularly. It's ranked the 5th out of 50 in fiscal stability, ranked 2nd or 2nd best in long-term stability, and 12th in short-term stability. It is also ranked 11th best state in internet coverage and 16th best in transportation. The last high ranking is the air and water quality, which is the 10th best state in the country. Are you interested in learning about what other states offer no individual income tax? Or which state ranks in the top 10 best states for taxes? If so, click here to watch this video.